the exact same day she found out that she didn't, they were. That bent me.
I did my test and found out it was a no, and she did a pregnancy test and found out it was a yes, and she did not want to be pregnant, and I wanted to be pregnant.
Can you see why I was a little bit bent out of shape? Okay? And God's okay with you getting bent out of shape with Him. Okay? He's not threatened by you. He's not up there shaking on his throne. Oh my gosh, Mark's upset with me. He'd rather have you be real and genuine with Him and share what's on your heart. Because when you have a dialogue with someone back and forth, even if you're upset with them, you're giving them permission to speak back into your life because you're dialoguing with them. And so I began to dialogue with God. I said, you know what, Lord? There's a lot of scriptures in there, and I brought some tonight. Psalm 139, for thou didst form my inward parts, thou didst weave me in my mother's womb. God, you're the Father of creation. It says in the beginning, right? God created the heavens and the earth. Like that guy said, created man in his own image. In the image of God, He created a male and female. I'm going, God, you have to show up for creation to happen. Colossians, for by Him all things were created, both in the heavens and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things have been created by Him and for Him. I'm going, God, what's up? I don't understand you at all. It says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He'll give you the desires of your heart. Lord, we serve. Our family's right side up. We want another child. And you said no. And yet on this other hand, this family's upside down. They're not seeking you. They don't want another child. And you said yes. I've got some issues. I've got some issues with you, God. I don't understand you. And I know Isaiah. My ways are not your ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts, saith the Lord. But at that moment, that didn't resonate with me. What resonated with me was something out of Psalms where David basically said, if I go to Sheol, you're there. If I go to the bottom of the sea, you're there. In other words, you don't thought, I'm stuck with you and you're stuck with me. And we're going to have to deal with this mano a mano. I don't know how long it's going to take, but right now I'm not a happy camper. And so you and I need to do some dialogue further on this because I'm really struggling with your answer. So that's where I was at when she found out. I was disappointed, but I was upset as well.
So then I said, you know, there's friends here at our church, and they adopted through foster care. So I called and talked to her, and she said, yeah, it's amazing. She said, we got into the system, we were able to get our little boy, and then we did it again, we were able to get our daughter. But there was a lot of prayer that went with that. And there was always that chance of not getting the child through foster care. And so I said, you know what, I'm willing to risk that, you know. And so I presented it to Mark, and I said, why don't we go to some foster care classes and just see if that might be what the Lord would have for us. And so he said, you know, I'm willing to go to those things, but I'm not willing at this point at all to like lock into that because I'm not feeling like I'm ready to exhaust us trying on our own. So I said, okay, and we did. And we went ahead and we got foster approved. But even that, for those of you that are foster approved, there's some challenges at your house with all the baby locks. And we had put a fence around our pool that was 4 feet because we didn't want it too high. And then they said, oh no, it has to be 5 feet. And that was like an extra $1,000. And then we had to get fingerprinted. And we just went through all the work that you do to get foster care. But we weren't really on the list or foster approved.
Yeah, we were approved. But what it was is my heart still wasn't there. I'll be honest. I did that to appease her. Right? Happy wife, happy life. Right? Let's not rock the boat. I'll kind of give her what she wants, but my heart really wasn't there yet. Okay, I'll go. I'll do what's necessary. But if a call had come, I don't think I would have said yes then. I don't think I would have had ears to hear. Because God hadn't broken me enough yet. And so we needed to go on another journey, another, as Danny says it, lap of life again, at least for me. And so I said, you know, I really don't want to exhaust all. Why don't we consider one more time in vitro?
And I said, well, the guy said that I'm getting older and my eggs are not so good, and I don't want to have a Down syndrome, and I said, can we just keep it a secret? And the guy at Huntington Reproductive said, you know, if you mix your eggs with another surrogate mother that looks a lot like you, your chances of getting pregnant are much, much higher. Because your uterus is young as far as the housing. That's not what grows old, it's your eggs. So if you could just honestly consider it, that might be the way that you and your husband would like to go. So we went home and we challenged that. And then my husband got online, and then for hours and hours and hours, he's pulling up all these mug shots of these people, you know. And we're telling Kyle to get out of the room, you know. He's probably 3.5, 4 by then. And I'm looking at all these different faces, and then all of a sudden he's like, babe, I think I found somebody who looks just like you.